Prepare yourself, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Through the Medias. I'm your host, Chris Fagan. Joining me for the first time in a long time, we have the returning champion. I don't even know how you want me to introduce. I'll just let you introduce
so many
yourself.
names.
Yeah.
Today I'll AKA Isa.
And also we have, starting with
Michelle.
And
Joy.
Guys, we are going to discuss our adventures that we just had at Dallas, Fan Expo Dallas. So, guys, if you are into cosplay stuff, that's what we're about to talk about. We just went to Fan Expo Dallas. I keep wanting to say Dallas Fan Expo, but it's Fan Expo Dallas. They had a lot of great celebrities, a lot of great cosplayers, a lot of entertaining things out and about, and they had us entertaining all the crowds, as we always do. So we did interviews, we did a whole bunch of great, cool things. Anybody want to start us off, or should I? What do you guys remember from Dallas Fan Expo, aka Fan Expo Dallas? Anybody want to start off?
You were the highlight. Everybody wanted to picture with you.
Everybody wants a piece of me.
Yes.
Everybody does.
That's a Britney song. But it was Ruby Rod.
It was Ruby Rod. I almost dressed up as Ruby Rod for this podcast, but
Well, you should have told all of us. We would have all dressed up as our cosplayers.
by the time I thought about it, it was already too late. I'm like, you know what? I don't think Issa's gonna want to turn around. She's probably almost here. No.
Oh, that's when you thought about it? Oh,
No, actually, I thought about it like a couple hours ago, but then I was like,
I was in like 2-hour traffic.
I wouldn't. I didn't want to try to make anything.
I
more
was going to
complicated.
ask you about that, but I was like, no, I'm already asking too many questions, and you're not
Yes,
even
that's true.
back.
Anywho, so we went to Dallas Fan Expo, and let's go around. What did you think, Michelle? Let's start with you. What did you think? It's your first time going to Fan Expo Dallas, and you said was 3, 2, 1, action.
Okay, so the first one I went to was in Houston, and this was my first one in Dallas at the Fan Expo. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed dressing up, seeing everybody else dressed up, and there's a whole bunch of people. It gets really crowded, but that's what makes it fun. All the different ages and the costumes. I would love to go. I'm looking forward to the one in Houston.
Joy, what about you? What did you think of the expo?
I always love it. I mean, this was our second Fan Expo, but comic conventions, we've been to quite a few. Mm-hmm. But I love going. I mean, it is fun being, followed all around. I mean, it takes us quite a bit of time to make a short distance because you get stopped a lot for photos and do the voice.
Did you go last year?
I went last year, but
I think you were in the pink Barbie stuff.
yes, I was.
Yeah.
Oh, I went with Angela.
Yeah.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what her name was, but I remember that you were with.
I think we saw y'all for a little bit, and then we went off on our own. But it was really fun last year. It was really fun. She went the day after I did, so we actually didn't get to see each other because we went on different days. But I'm really excited to go back to Comic Palooza. I was really excited to go to Fan Expo because it's my second year.
Like the way she professionally brought it back to the top. She's like, let's bring it back to Fan Expo.
I know, that's what weren't we talking about?
Right.
So this is my second year with going to Fan Expo, and I wasn't expecting to go, but I got an invite, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go. And I was like, okay, Michelle, come with me. I don't care what you say. You're coming. And she's like, sure, why not?
She's like, I don't have a ticket.
It's like, why did you ask then? Let's go.
She's like, sure, why not? And so I told her it was going to be like Comic Palooza, but a little bigger, because it is. It's like massive, right? It's huge.
All right, it's
and
the BBC of comic
said.
conventions, right?
What was the best thing you saw? Like, whose costume did you like the best?
I think that's a good question. I think the person that was Wolverine, the Wolverine that we were trying to track down for Issa, I think he was one of the most Wolverine realistic.
I took pictures with him.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I know.
But
But the question was, who did I like? Whose cosplay was, in my opinion, the best? It
is.
That was because we do offer a T3 Media's cosplay of the year or the week kind of a thing. I would
I
vote for him. What would
I know we didn't take pictures with him. We didn't talk to him, but I did see him walking around. Mr. T.
Oh yeah.
He was spot on as
Yeah.
as young Mr. T.
I've
Yeah.
seen his picture, so I can use it.
And I
because
saw-
he took a picture with Mr. T.
He
so I can-
did,
yeah.
and he did the voice, and Mr. T was
Wow.
like, "It's
That's
fabulous."
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw him from across the room, and I'm like, "Is that Mr. T?" But then
Yeah.
in my head, I'm like, "No, that was like years ago. He doesn't
Yeah.
look like
Like, did
that."
somebody put Mr. T through a Wayback Machine? Like, what the hell? So yeah, he was.
He
yeah.
looked like him, and I don't even know how he sounded or anything, but if he sounded just like him and
Right.
everything, that's super cool.
I'm sure if he did the voice pretty good, I'm sure he did it in front of T himself, and I'm pretty sure they probably went
Yeah,
back and
that
forth.
was
It was
pretty
fun. Anybody else? Any other?
Mine was the same, like Wolverine and Mr. T, because I pointed both of them out. Actually, I was looking for the Wolverine because I saw a picture of him posted on like the Fan Expo the day before, and I'm like, he's here. Remember, I told you we have to track him down, and we found him.
there was, and I didn't see them this year. I saw them last year, and I saw their stuff that they posted
Facebook?
on
Yeah.
Facebook. But the Last of Us, the Ellie and Joel,
I
were,
did see them.
they
Yeah,
were-
I saw them walk by once.
they were fabulous.
Joel and
Ellie looks like the video game version
right.
really well.
I liked Cinderella.
You saw Cinderella?
She was gorgeous. Yes.
Yeah, I saw her taking some pictures with little kids. It was so sweet.
And then the creepy Ronald McDonald guy. He just stands out of my mind.
Wait.
Not because he was amazing.
I want to say that was a
but it was
YouTube.
just, it was different.
I think that's from a YouTube channel called Rocka. I don't know. They made fun of Ronald McDonald. It was a sketch where Ronald McDonald is trying to do this commercial with the kid, and he's getting all disgruntled, getting pissed off, and then the little kid that's doing the commercial has like the competitors, or I guess the equivalent of Jack in the Box, and then Ronald McDonald sees it. He gets all close to the kid. What you got there, Billy? Is that a Jack in the Box burger you got there? And the kid's like, yeah, it's very good. It's very, he's like, no shit. He's like, beating the shit out of the kid and stuff. I want to say that was who he was supposed to be.
Okay.
Okay.
But out of context, you guys are like, what the fuck are you talking
I don't
about?
remember if I saw that one.
I mean, I mean, there was lots of really intricate and beautiful the anime girls. I
Everybody
don't
from
follow
Arcane,
those, so
I
I can't
saw a lot
name
of Arcane
names or
cosplay.
characters that they were, but their costumes were just, you could tell they put a lot of work into it,
Yeah.
and they were very intricate, and they were really, I liked seeing them, even though I don't follow that, so I don't
Yeah.
necessarily know who they were emulating or copying.
I think the Arcane characters from that Netflix series that stood out to me a little bit more for me. But yeah, before we go on, what do you think? So any other cosplays that stand out
Cosplays?
besides our own, right? The Supergirl.
Because we were the best.
Yeah, Supergirl.
Oh, there was the really, really tall Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah.
She was, I swear, had to be 6 feet
I remember
tall.
I was like, that's Wonder Woman right there.
Yeah,
Wait,
she-
was she on stilts? Or
No,
was
she was
tall?
just like
Like
6
super
feet tall.
Yeah, she was straight up Amazon.
Yes.
Like, yeah, straight up. Like,
Yeah.
could beat everyone's ass.
And she was in the Wonder Woman from the movie, like
The
Gal
Zack Snyder.
Gadot. Yeah, not like old school Wonder Woman.
We saw,
Making
did
Gal
we
Gadot
see
look
one?
Gal
That's what we
Gadot.
saw.
We saw one, and we're like, oh my gosh, she looks amazing. We were going to go take a picture, and I don't know what happened when we didn't. But she was, she was
Yeah.
pretty good. That was pretty good.
A few captain. Well, how many? Well, your goal was to try to take pictures with as many other X-Men people. Did you?
Yeah,
how
no,
much
I
did you
couldn't.
accomplish?
I couldn't find any. Right? Like I was like, "Where's my tribe?" Like, and then we did find some, but I think they were just in their own little thing.
Yeah, the Wolverine here.
I was
there.
surprised I didn't see as many. In past years, there's usually lots of Star Wars people, but I
Oh,
didn't
It did,
see
yeah, you're
that
right.
many.
It did not feel like that was that many this year.
But did y'all get to go to the section where
Yeah.
they had the Star Wars?
Yeah, the
stuff?
Jawas and stuff with the little glowing eyes.
I love
those.
those.
Guys,
Yeah.
I love those guys.
I saw lots of Minecraft stuff.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
from
Yeah.
the movie.
There was
Yeah.
was it Five Nights at Freddy's? I saw
I saw one, yeah.
someone
Oh.
really
Yeah.
intricate dressed like that. It's like a rabbit or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
follow that either, but
It's like,
No, it's not an Easter egg. No, yeah, it's a rabbit. Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah. So
and of course a lot of from video games. I'm assuming like Call of Duty type
Yeah.
guys in
Yeah.
the super
There was a
garb.
Yeah,
with
I
their,
was like, are they security?
I know. Like,
Oh
what are
yeah,
those
we
guys?
saw those.
Lots
and
of
we're
those.
like, oh, are they in costume or not? We didn't know, but we weren't gonna mess with them.
With their Darth Vader. They're all talking through there.
There were 2 stormtroopers that were walking around. I think I interacted with them a little bit.
Yeah, there was one too that was like Rockstar.
A Rockstar, yeah, the
Stormtrooper with his guitar.
Stormtrooper, yeah,
Yes.
he was all like with
He had a
spikes and
mohawk.
mohawk and a guitar and shit.
Oh, I
It
would
was-
have loved to have
awesome.
seen that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
and I think he played the guitar a little bit too. I think he had a little speaker on there. He was, I don't know. It was,
That's so cool.
yeah, he was pretty good. So if I find a picture of it, I'll display it up on the screen. But yeah, a lot of great costumes this year. Like I always say, I try to interview as many people as I can, but I totally failed this year. I did
I
not
know
do
why.
yeah.
Because this one had a lot of fans following him around.
Yeah, I made myself the whole show
And I was
this
being
time.
paparazzi.
Yeah. So I'll get to the Ruby Rod stuff
Okay.
a little bit later. But as far as celebrities, let's talk about that. Any of the celebrities that you guys were looking forward to?
Yes, I have one.
Did you
And
get to
we
see
made
them?
eye contact.
Oh, okay. And this person is.
Tom Welling. I'm like obsessed with every Superman there is. I don't know why I'm not picky, but
I talked to him.
So you
I
talked
know.
directly to him.
no, You
got- oh, you
look,
got-
I took the opportunity. Okay, I saw you talking to him, and I was like, I'm with you.
We are press. She had a press pass,
I
and
did.
she was the appropriate distance. So that's
Right next to you.
It was right. It was
I just
within
went
bounds.
up like I was in the conversation already, and I
Yeah.
was like, and I was like, thank you.
Yeah, and
didn't even know.
I was wondering why Issa kept like whispering in my ear, "Make him look at me, make him look at me."
The thing is, like, I have no idea what y'all said. It was like, wah, 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 wah. I have no idea. I just zoned
The
out.
Charlie Brown teacher.
I had to repeat it to her. I was like, this is what was said.
Yeah, I'm like, I have no idea what he just said, but I'm just like acting like I'm listening, but I'm just staring into this glorious.
I was
place.
like, "Hey Tom, you want my autograph?" He was like, "Ruby Rod." Yeah. So
But he talked to you. What did you ask him? I don't even know. Sarah, but I don't remember.
I was like, "Do you prefer brunettes, redheads, or blondes?"
Redheads, please. And brunettes now.
No,
Well,
no.
we learned a lot because we learned how to properly word our requests after like 2 tries to get.
Yeah, we were trying to be within the rules of how close we could record in front of the celebrity.
And they were
guests.
like, well, you have to ask them directly if they're okay with being in your shots, like in the background.
And my stumbling ass kept making them think that what I was really asking them for was a one-on-one like
Yeah.
interview.
And he was like, oh, well, I have contracts, so I can't do I'm sorry, I can't.
That's what Tom Welling said to
That's
me. by the
exactly
way.
what he said.
That's what Tom Welling. He was
Okay.
like, "Oh no, I'm under contract to not be interviewed under peasant podcasts like yours."
Oh,
yeah.
well,
Yeah,
maybe.
he's like, I'm not allowed to be on camera or something like that.
Yeah, but I can't be on. Yeah, I can't be on video right now. Yeah, unless
But not
unless it
even-
was sanctioned by probably like their team or something.
But he
like
could
that.
be in the background.
Well, the rules for media was that we could get within a certain amount of feet, like 12 feet, and have them in the background if we're doing our whole welcome to Dallas Expo.
But I think when they were hearing the word interview, they weren't realizing we were saying we're talking to each other,
Yeah.
and they were thinking we wanted them to be the focus.
Well, I didn't even
or
really say
whatever.
interview at first. I was just like saying I was trying to say, "Can I get him on camera?" But I guess the way I said it just came off like interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you
my-
said he said thank you for asking.
Yeah,
He
Tom was
very-
not. Yeah, Tom was nice about it. He was like, "No, I can't. I'm on the contract, but thank you for asking."
So
And I was
nice.
like, "No problem, Superman." I mean,
Just like I
Clark.
thought.
I mean, Tom.
Such a gentleman, just like I thought he would be.
Yeah.
And we
it-
had-
it is cool to meet your heroes, right?
But
Yeah.
the last couple we did, when we kind of changed the wording to just say, hey, we're doing our show over
Yeah.
here,
Then
and
it
you
got
might be
easy.
in the background. Is it okay? They were all like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
As
John
long as you're over
Boyega.
there
John
somewhere.
Boyega was the first one to be cool about it. I cut for John Boyega because John Boyega cuts for me.
Yay, John.
I tried to get his attention again too. Later on, I fucked it up. I had an opportunity.
What did you do?
Like when I first asked his rep, she said it was fine, and then as I was walking away, I could hear John Boyega because he was talking to somebody when I approached, and when that conversation ended, I was turning away, and he saw my costume, and I could hear him reacting to it, and I didn't immediately turn back and engage with him. I just kept leaving like a dumb
Why?
because I didn't want to look like a fanboy, a little fan, you know.
Fanboy.
Oh my god!
that's how you get opportunities.
I was like, no, would you force awaken me?
I
No,
said-
I don't even want to do that.
I am
Again.
a big chicken eater, so I
Yes.
have.
She kept
And
going, you're
I'm like, you go do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would have been like, get over there.
Get over there.
But I wasn't there when that happened.
Get me Tom Welling.
No, I
That's
know,
what
I
she
got-
kept saying.
I
Go
got-
get me my Tom.
I
But I
have.
did get a little bit of video of him.
Yeah, I
wanna edit
know. I
that
mean,
out.
that's why you got kicked out of that men's room. That was weird.
No. Hold on.
Like, cut that out. No, that's staying in. That was gold. That was a good joke. But no, John Boyega was cool about it. I was disappointed when my real mumbling and stumbling about it, making it seem like I was asking for a one-on-one interview. It was Seth Green and his friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if
When
later on when we revamped it,
Yeah.
I think they wouldn't have.
yeah, I know that
Because from what I've heard, their photo ops, they're
nice.
They were the nicest guys and were willing to do all sorts of silly.
But for us, it was like they were like T3. What? No, fuck that. But it was.
Oh,
but
God.
I was. It was that moment where I realized I'm wording this wrong, and me
Yeah.
and my wife, we were like, all right, let's brainstorm.
So
this.
then were you able to ask others?
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
afterwards, that's when we got John Boyega's approval. and everybody
There was somebody
afterwards
else too.
was
Yeah, we
cool.
had several that were like, yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
care.
As long as they didn't come off as if we were like, come on my podcast and be my guest. Like I was, as long as I wasn't coming off that thirsty.
Okay.
But
Or if we were trying to get them to be like, when we look at you, will you wave or something? You know,
I don't know what they thought I was asking. I was like, we're just about to do our little presentation right here, covering the event. Do you mind if you're in the background? It's basically what I was saying, but I can't.
Yeah.
It came off like, please subscribe and please like me. Like, I don't know why it just came off.
we
that
just
way.
need you to wave from the distance and go, hey,
I want you to get on camera and say, Chris Vegas, my best friend.
say
and I love
T3
you."
Medias, I see you.
Yeah, exactly. No, somehow it came off desperate, but yeah, it was, and this is exactly how it happened with Seth Green. It was, I'll never forget. I'm gonna be waking up screaming for the rest of my
Oh my
life
God, what
about it. So I
happened?
talked to his rep, and told him exactly what I was trying to do, and I wasn't being successful about it. He then said, okay, and he walked over to, well, not Seth, but the other
Breckenmeyer.
Breckenmeyer. He went over to him, and they did that thing where like come a little close. They did that thing where they're like you're behind us, and they're like just having a little private conversation like that, and they're looking back like, and they're talking like that, and they're like, and then a few seconds later he looks back at me, and goes, he said no. It was just like that. They were like, I swear to God, I saw Brick in my hair like doing like that, like no. And
Cut it now.
Yeah. And my confidence shrunk like 3 sizes that day.
It's just the way you worded it.
Yeah.
So for next year, a whole year from now, but at Comic Palooza too.
Well, it's weird.
different.
It's stricter at Comic Palooza.
Comic Palooza is like, don't
They
even
don't
remotely
even ask.
pull a phone out.
Yeah.
If we see it, you're out of
It's like,
here.
but I'm press. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'd be like,
Really?
but I'm with the press. Yeah, and you should be impressed that we even let you in. Like that's how they
Wow.
are.
They
You
do.
have to be pre approved
So there's
for that.
no VIP for the press other than getting to go in for free.
We get.
What do you get?
We get a lot of perks in this, but it's for the one-on-one interviews and for recording the celebrity guests.
They don't even
they're-
allow,
they're-
because when we, in the panel last year, it was the guy, I can't think of his,
But
I can't say his
like how we
name
said
right
that
now.
Mr. T, we were allowed to go in and record for 3 minutes.
They allowed no
The second they
recording.
saw a phone, they were like,
Because a lot of people pulled their phone out assuming, oh, we can video these panels, at least take some pictures. And they were like, everyone needs to put their phone away right
every
now.
member of the press that is in this panel recording got approved in advance, is what they told me.
wow.
So it's like for Comic Palooza, everything has to be pre-approved. What other celebrities out there that were anybody excited to see?
I really, really, really wanted a picture with Huey Lewis because
Yeah.
I'm a huge music person.
Yeah.
And I love me some Huey Lewis in the news.
Yeah.
And I did not get it. I could see him barely, but it was a large crowd over there.
She was trying to sing to him. Hit the B square! Like just start yelling at him.
Well, and my brother's even done a cover of one of his songs. So
Huey Lewis. Who
Cool.
else was it?
Maybe someone can answer this, but did Alicia Silverstone
She
did she
canceled.
cancel?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was kind of excited to like just see her even from a distance.
Yeah.
But then I think I heard that.
But Angel was there though, right? Was he?
Yeah, David,
Yeah.
the lady, Emily, I can't think of her name.
Emily?
From
I know,
Bones, they were both there.
Yeah. But any other? Can't think of any.
No, it was just some cloudiness from the Superman.
We got to see John Cena at his panel a little bit. He on camera and in character he's a bad guy again, but he wasn't acting like that on stage. He was acting like his normal, I get $1 million per visit self.
You could. Well, who else did we see? Heather Locklear and Heather Graham.
Oh yeah.
And I already mentioned about John Boyega. Yeah. So yeah, it was.
Oh, the
it was
Bob's Burgers, Kristen Shaw. She was a big hit. The
Yeah.
line over there was long.
Yeah, we got a funny story after. At the end, we got a funny story about that. I'll share it. But I'll go down the list. I know you guys can't see it, and I wish I could have displayed it, but I can't. But another celebrity that I got to meet was Johnny Five.
I know you.
I got to. I was dressed up as Ruby Rod, and I got to take a picture with Johnny Five.
I love that.
I
I
don't know
don't.
if you saw it,
Michelle,
but-
do you know?
The robot.
this-
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny Five.
Yeah.
He was like a huge thing back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I remember the '90s.
I like that.
I remember that movie from when I was little.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
But
I definitely didn't see him.
what you
Or I
didn't?
would have taken a selfie for sure.
No, yeah, it was.
Wait, was he actually like riding around? Was he walking
No,
around?
it was. It was.
he
set up-
he could
mean-
move.
He could move, but he was there. That area where like Star Wars stuff was in
okay.
the far.
I thought it was like the art.
It wasn't in the celebrity area.
You know the other ones that were like rolling around. Yeah.
He
I
could
wish.
go.
Lower ones.
Yeah.
He could move. I mean, he
I
looked
bet
like
he could roll, but
there wasn't a lot of space, so he would kind of go forward just a little bit and back, and he moved his arms and
Oh,
his
so
face.
he did.
You
And
look
so
at
there was a guy
he
controlling
leaned in.
him.
I'm telling you, when I posed next to him, he leaned in.
Stop.
I'm telling you.
Did he?
The
And he-
selfie.
He taught, because he had programmed stuff that the guy
Yeah.
would remote
Oh, that's
Yeah.
was
so cool.
having him say things with his little.
He even mentioned AI. He's like, I'm not like a normal AI. I'm actually alive. And all that
that's
stuff.
so
It was
cool.
pretty
That
cool.
is
Yeah, he had a lot of lines. It was pretty funny. But like I said, we go into the whole Ruby Rod thing. Once again, I was dressed up as Ruby Rod. Joy
Yep.
was the flight attendant, and once again, we didn't get to reenact the scene on the airline. I've been trying to get Joy to commit to that skit,
Joy.
and she won't let me do it.
Darn it! I would have filmed it.
Baby
Oh,
steps.
fuck, nasty.
What?
That would really get you some OnlyFans there.
Yeah. You know,
I mean,
the
it's
scene
for
where he
the
goes, I don't want
channel.
just one position, I want all positions.
That's so funny. I would have totally filmed that one. Yeah.
Mr. Rod. I'm like, you can call me Ruby. On the first day, I was
Well, it was
DJ
just,
Lance
you mean
Rock.
early in the morning.
Early
Or
on
not,
Saturday. Like,
yeah.
it
Yeah,
was supposed to be day
For a
one.
couple of
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah,
we
for a couple hours, I was DJ Lance Rock, and Joy was.
I didn't get to see that.
Sally O'Malley.
Sally
O'Malley.
O'Malley.
And
Did you do the kicks?
I did.
Oh, is it on? Did you get video?
Yeah, we got footage
cool.
of the kicks and the stretches and the kicks.
Yeah, the kicks.
Yeah.
and
I don't know if you
stretches.
did get a video of me kicking and stretching.
Oh no,
We
that
took
was later.
pictures.
That was later.
That was later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, I got that all.
TMI.
We didn't
Yeah.
get that. There was a lot of people whispering as we walked by for Chris. Like,
that Yo Gabba
is that the
Gabba?
Yo Gabba Gabba? Or people would be like, what was that show? What was that show?
There was a couple of women that walked up to Joy and they was like, "Oh my God, Sally O'Malley."
I got a
cool.
few.
Yeah.
Cool.
It doesn't get as much attention as Ruby Rod, but nothing does.
Definitely
Nothing
not.
does. You can't walk like, I don't know, 5 feet.
No.
Not even 5 feet. Like 2 feet, and someone's. I mean, you had like a whole gaggle of people around you.
Yeah. always
have
a
a
lot.
gaggle.
A gaggle of people. You did. I have it on video. I'm like, oh my God, we can't get to where we're going.
She's like, where'd he go? I was like, they didn't go far.
No, they didn't. I was seeing where they were.
Somewhere
There you saw
close.
the flashing cameras. That's where he was.
I'll try to. I don't know if you can we all see
You
it?
should have
Yes.
Yeah,
started
okay.
a
I'll try to
line for
angle it
autographs.
this so we can all probably see
Did
it.
I take this picture?
Yeah, I think
That
so.
one, yeah.
Oh, it's
You
a great
didn't take
photo.
a picture with us.
You're welcome.
No, there's a picture of us in there, but we got.
Wait, there is?
Yeah.
All
yeah.
of us?
I don't know.
All
I
of
don't know if we all.
All of us.
We did at one point.
We
There was a
did?
group picture, but I think it might have been on somebody else's phone.
Wait a minute.
true.
Was that the one we took with Carmen?
Oh no, celebrity. I'm like thinking celebrity. Like what celebrity?
Carmen
Like,
Electra,
oh, that
right?
celebrity. Yeah.
No, Carmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she
Sorry
was
about that.
volunteering. She was working.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You took a picture with us, but
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took a
No,
picture with
it was
her.
all of
Yeah,
us.
when I saw
Shout
her,
out to
yeah,
Carmen.
gave her a big. I'm like, wait, what celebrity was it? I'm
No.
thinking, okay. I was literally on Carmen San Diego. That's what I was. That's what I kept thinking
Carmen
in my
San
head.
Diego.
I was stuck
That'd
in
be a
my.
great dress up.
That's right.
where is she now? Carmen San
Where in the
I
world?
saw. We saw Where's
is
Waldo. So.
Carmen. I
I
did
did
see
see
Where's
randomly
Waldo.
taking pictures of him throughout the
did.
thing and sending it
There
to
it
the
is.
you. I was like, live, where's Waldo? Can you find him?
Yeah, she was like, hold on, I gotta take a picture of the Where's Waldo.
Like there he is again. But yeah. So yeah, that's Ruby Rod, the flight attendant, and that unknown Madeline.
I
Whatever,
am
Pryor.
not. I had a few people come up to me. I'm gonna tell you right now that, yeah, like 5 people came up to me.
About, yeah.
Versus is like 200.
They would
Yeah.
come up to me first. They're like, is she the Goblin Queen? Like,
What?
"Yes!"
Did they think you were my handlers?
No, they were just wanted to confirm before they screamed it like an idiot, you
Oh
know?
my god. Well, it's because I didn't have the
It's
actual.
like, is she the Goblin Queen or is it a vampire?
Well,
I
it's
don't know. Go ask. Right?
I didn't
Like-
have the actual cosplay. It came in the day after I left. I was so mad. I have it now, so it's ready for Comic Palooza. But I made that one myself,
There
so
you
it was
go.
kind of like.
I was like, I
people-
thought what you posted as what came in the mail looks the same.
Yeah, I
So
tried.
you did a good
Yeah,
job.
I did it with what I could. I really wanted to cosplay her.
Oh, it came out
I mean,
good.
some people got it. Some people got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those, what did you say, 5? Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, 5 people got it.
Let's compare to
My
I got
Ruby
it.
Rod.
I got an interview though.
There you go.
Like
That's what I
somebody-
told Chris. I was like, she did an interview. I don't know who that guy was,
Yeah,
but she
Oh
did.
man, I didn't get an interview. Oh yeah, we did. Well,
got
kind
an
of. Yeah, we
interview.
did.
Yeah, from the
oh,
Fan
yeah, we
Expo
got
guy.
interviewed by Fan Expo Dallas.
He said it would take
yeah,
a
you
while
did
for them
say-
to post it, but he
Yeah, they are.
posted
Yeah,
it.
they usually take a while.
Oh, cool.
I was purposely trying to show off in front of him so he would ask us. We saw him interviewing somebody else, and I was like trying to like get his attention, and he was like,
Fine.
"There you go."
You're like, I have my own microphone.
He
Thank
was like,
you.
yes. I was like, nope. Only I told him. I said my contract only allows us to use my microphone. That's what I told him. No. But no, there you go. He said, here you go. The Goblin Queen has arrived. There you
Has
go.
arrived.
There you go. Now, yeah, we didn't get a chance to get on the red carpet. I forgot all about that.
Well, we
Y'all-
did on the red carpet as Sally O'Malley and
Oh, yeah,
Yo
we did.
Gabba
Okay,
Gabba, but
I'm
we
wrong.
forgot
But
to go
not-
back
but
and
not
take
as,
more
Ruby
with the
Rod.
Ruby Rod and the
Yeah,
flight
we did that
attendant.
after y'all
There
took
you go.
Oh,
off.
look how
That's a
pretty
good.
I am.
That's a good
What do you
picture.
You're beautiful.
You
Beautiful.
got the real Supergirl and that other person there.
Nah,
That,
it's just some red
is that-
girl.
who is that?
Red
Is
queen.
that Batgirl?
No,
That she's
no.
supposed to be?
Oh, that's funny.
I bet you which one for y'all together. How many people thought that you were Batgirl?
Nobody said it to my face. I don't
That,
know.
you know what? Now it just dawned on me that would have been my first guess. With you guys standing next to each other, Supergirl, then she must be Batgirl.
But I didn't have the symbol on my chest.
I know that, but you had the damn red hair.
But
So-
I did. I had the red hair. Well, last year that's what I was. I kind of it just happened to be red though. This character happened to be
both
red
of those
hair.
redheads happen to have
love-
red
I
hair.
like
don't
red
they?
I just
hair.
love. I don't
It was a
know. It
coincidence.
just happened to have red hair.
Who
But
would
it's
have
not
guessed
even-
that 2 redheads would have red hair? I'm like, what the fuck?
But it's not even the same wig, so it's completely different.
Oh,
The
okay.
same-
All right.
same.
All right, wig master. What the hell? All right. What's this going on right
I
here?
don't know. I don't know what happened with that picture. I don't know if he wasn't ready. I was ready.
You
I mean,
look
could
like you
tell.
were trying to like use your psychic powers on
She
him.
was
on this.
summoning.
trying to get him to pose, and he was just talking.
He was like, I don't know what you're
And
doing.
he was all like humming.
I hope
right?
he's not
He
like
was just like,
listening to
in
this.
love with you.
Yeah.
He was
I
mesmerized.
don't even
Yeah.
remember that. I just know the picture.
I think you freaked him out because the first thing you said to him was, "Remember these." Anyway, let's.
I don't even. I'm.
Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I'm not even. I don't know.
But oh yeah. All right.
Okay.
Your,
so.
We'll make. And I'll make that a separate one, separate video. But yeah, let's talk about a little bit about your friend here that
Okay.
had the huge
Yes.
achievement.
So this is Vanessa Areno. I hope I'm saying that right. She's from San Antonio, Texas. I actually saw her last month at the festival that, no, you weren't there. I don't know why I'm pointing at you. But I went to a festival in San Antonio and I saw her. I didn't go up to her, but I just recognized her look. So when I saw her at the con, I'm like, oh my God, I seen her. And then she was holding that up and I'm like, what is she holding? And I got closer to it. I'm like, oh my goodness. Because I don't know. It was I don't know if how much people really talk about it now, but back in the 80s and 90s, it was a big thing to like really talk about the Guinness Book of World Records all the time. But they took out the word book now. It's just
right.
Guinness World Records. And I saw him like, oh my God, for what? And then when I asked her and I saw it, I was like, this is crazy. And it's so cool.
What
like,
was her
so
record?
Cool. Okay, so her record, she has the largest collection of Casper the Friendly Ghost memorabilia.
Is it only from the movie or just in general?
Just in general. It's 1,153. But this was in 2023, so she told me she's collected a whole lot more since then. And it says it was achieved by her on the 25th of October of 2023. Now, she already had the main actor from the movie sign it. She met him, I don't know where. I forget
the
what
person who
con.
played Casper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I forget his name is
Devon Sawa.
She met him on a different con, and she has pictures with him and everything. It's really cool. And so she says she's been waiting for her opportunity to meet Christina. And there are a few times that she almost did, but she didn't for reasons
Because
that
she kept shooing her away.
But
you're not gonna break the record on my dime.
But yeah, so that was the day before she met her. I just happened to see her, and then she said the next day that's when she was going to meet her. So she was really excited. I mean,
she was going to meet her on Sunday.
Yeah, she didn't even meet her that day that
I thought
I saw
she
her.
already met her.
No,
but did you find out later? Did she achieve it?
I saw her Instagram. I talked to her, and also she posted the whole thing about how they met on Instagram. Cool. Okay, you can find Vanessa on Instagram at Vintage Apparition.
All right.
And it's basically her Instagram of all her memorabilia of Casper. And she's also a designer, an antiquarian. Yeah, that's, I'm reading her account. But yeah, she has the Guinness World Record holder Casper collection.
Cool. All right. And I'll put up
Punisher
on our channel to that interview. We got
Yeah, he asked me for a photo.
The Punisher and that unnamed Marvel character.
Yeah, he was very excited to meet.
He was very excited
to meet the Goblin Queen.
It was not okay. Every time I hear Goblin Queen, I want to say something inappropriate, but I'm just.
Yeah, and then she's going like this, Oh
wow!
What?
She's like, what?
Wait, I missed that. What?
You did what?
No, I don't do the fingers. Okay, hold on. It's like
you didn't finger him. I just.
Wait, I can't.
No,
Where's the
fine.
camera?
But you gotta look right at you gotta look at your camera when you do that. There you go.
I go like this.
Gobble gobble.
But
gobble,
I'm not
gobble.
like.
Gobble gobble gobble.
That's not what I'm gobbling. Calm down.
Oh, jeez.
I summon like goblins.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
Exactly.
That's what she said.
Here's a group photo.
So those are fellow ghost hunters that I know. They're from a group called Everything Vaguely Paranormal, EVP. Mm-hmm. And they had, actually, Ghost Geek.
Should always be looking.
Where are you at? Ghost Geek is a paranormal group that was holding a gallery and, what's it called? A gallery.
A gala?
Why are you looking at me?
Why are you looking
at me for help?
No.
I don't know.
Okay, so Ghost Geeks was holding a gallery presentation at 6:30, and we're like, we're gonna go because we've met them a few times before. So we're like, we're gonna go because they're gonna talk about Ghosts of Texas and just paranormal. So we go and we're like, we still got 40 minutes before they start, and we're like, we're kind of gonna come back, and we came back and they're like, they told us we couldn't go in because they were completely full, and we're like, no. Anyway, so we went around and did whatever else. We came back, they were already out. We saw them, we talked to them, took a picture with them. So that was them. It was really cool.
More pictures of other X-Men people that you took
Oh,
pictures
that's
with
the
right
only
there.
other one. Yes, I found.
So it
my
was Jean.
twinsie.
So it was Jean and Jean
Grey.
right there.
Yeah, and so when we posed we're about to post for the photo, we did the exact same thing. I was like, oh my god, sister.
Oh, I mean that's kind of the thing that she does. Now back to the real star, Ruby Rod. There we go. See, there's Ruby Rod telling the Goblin Queen that she, no matter how many goblins,
I ain't green enough.
Yeah, you're not green.
I heard that the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm arguing with you on yes, I am.
Yeah, but no, it was great. Like
they interviewed me.
Oh, that was one of the interviews that you did right there?
Yes, right there.
Thank you. It's
Benkai
for...
Benkai, I don't know how you say it.
For the interview.
But shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Let's see. And boom.
Yeah.
Right there.
And then boom, there she is.
Right there.
Classic Supergirl.
On the thumbnail.
Do you know how many times I had to do that photo to make her happy? She's
Well,
like, do it like you're being serious.
now all you needed
do it
was
like stop being
somebody
sad.
in the
Just sad.
background with your cape to like,
We
make
only
the
had two
cape.
people. But
There you go.
she kept like smiling too much or laughing, and I'm like, girl, you
Supergirl
are saving
smiles?
the planet
I'm
right
not
now.
a very serious person at all.
But you're in character.
This is like, you're lucky I even saved you, mortal. Like I'm... You silly bastard! I'm Supergirl. Like exactly.
And then Batman ran up to me to take a photo, and I was like, "Ha! I beat you!"
Yeah, she got the first photo
With
of
Batman?
the convention.
No, at the convention.
As soon as we walked in.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, I got the first photo. I'm like, I'll give you that one.
It made my
Why
night.
would the
wanted
fuck
a
would
photo of me
Batman
first.
want to take a picture with the Goblin Queen when Supergirl's like right there?
I did get somebody asked me to take a picture by myself, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
All right.
Who's the guy
Alrighty
with the
then.
Folgers can?
Yeah. Did anybody
Crystals?
see that? He had a Folgers can. Who was that?
I don't
It
know
was
if
the-
Yeah,
he
he
wanted to
gave it
take a
to.
picture.
I remember. Yeah, he gave it to us.
He
And,
named
guy, if
the
you're out
character.
there, who are you?
He named the character, and I forgot what he
Oh,
said.
from the
The
Big
Kaboom.
Lebowski.
The big, yes,
Yeah,
the
from
Big
the Big
Lebowski.
Lebowski.
I don't
Yeah,
know who that
yeah.
was.
I don't remember.
'Cause he had
it
the
was
burn.
It was the ashes of another
Yeah.
character were inside the can in that movie.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
He just took a selfie. He held it. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
we got pictures with him. I think somewhere.
Cool.
Oh, it's not. But it's not. I don't have it in this list.
Chris had to stand in line to get a picture with this girl.
It was a YouTube.
Another
It's a YouTuber. Her name is
is it?
her name is Snarky J, and I walked right by her, and in the corner of my eye, I was like, I know this person.
And
And at first, I just because she's a cosplay, like we do cosplay and we do movie talk.
And then he had to wait like 30 minutes because there was a lot
There
of
was a thirsty
thirsty guys that were just like would not stop talking to
wow.
And she
her.
was all like, she was doing that thing where she was trying to be polite, and she should have had Seth Green's manager. with her
She should
on
have had
that.
an agent assistant like
Yeah.
they did, where I was like shooing
And-
everybody
and be
away.
like, okay, we want to thank you guys for loving Snarky. Okay, we're gonna move you along because you're scaring the normals. Okay,
But she was by herself.
No, she was she was
like
they
not a
were
panel, but it was a display.
I think they were like
They were
lightsaber
selling
stuff.
Yeah, they were selling a lightsaber.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Saber something.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
So she was working the.
She was working with them.
Yeah.
I guess
Oh,
maybe
she's
she was
working.
friends with them.
Okay.
And I don't
but-
know, yeah, and because we even asked, like, is there a charge to hit pictures or do it? And
She's
she was like,
no,
no,
she's like,
I'm
I'm
just,
not. I'm not a celebrity guest. I'm just.
like,
she's
yeah,
just. I just have more followers than you do. That's all it is. It's like, oh, you got a YouTube channel too. She was like, oh, 12,000.
And she was-
I remember back when I had 12,000.
she was very, very nice and very sweet. I was just feeling bad because there was, they were
Wait, how
very
many followers
long-winded
did she
in
have?
talking to her for forever.
5,000, something like that. Not like that. I'm counting
265,000 on Instagram.
on
On
YouTube.
TikTok. On YouTube. Holy smokes!
But
wow.
yeah, she probably has 1 million on Instagram. I don't know.
Wow.
Look up Snarky J. The celebrities, we talked about the cosplay, the events. We're going to talk about what we're doing next year. Well, okay, overall, what do you guys think? You guys going to try to go back next year?
I loved it.
Oh, yeah,
but
we're
the
going.
only thing, I have a question for y'all, because we went to where the celebrities were, and then we went to Hall D, and then was there like other halls that we missed? Because I thought we like missed some stuff, but I wasn't sure if we just like.
I would think so. Yeah, you're always scratching the surface. Like we're always
I feel like
walking
we-
around the same general area. But yeah,
I feel like we missed a complete other area that we didn't even go to.
Like we missed all of the vendors.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
No,
Yeah.
me and Joel.
We
walked through the
did. We
vendors.
walked through a
No,
lot
we
of the
didn't.
vendors.
We didn't.
We
Yeah.
missed I think we missed the whole room, and that's why I'm like, we left, and I'm like, I feel like there's unfinished business.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the windows.
I mean, and
actually-
I know next year we'd like, because last year we got there early on Friday. So we were able to go in on Friday and scope
Oh.
things out.
yeah, we choose Fridays to scope.
And then we were prepared for Saturday. But this year we got a late start. We couldn't be there early. So I'd like next year to be back again early so that we can possibly
Yeah.
do another, have more time with costumes and stuff.
Yeah, we
Because
got-
I know a lot of people that are serious and do all 3 days have 3 different costumes. They have a Friday costume, a Saturday costume,
yeah.
and a Sunday
And
costume.
you get to display that on Instagram. Too.
Yeah.
A lot of people show their Friday.
Like
Saturday, Sunday.
ahead of time, they'll say, "I'll be there this weekend, and here's each day's costume."
I remember what I wanted to. There was another YouTuber that I planned on meeting there. His shout out to, well, his name is, it's not Kevin Never. It's Kevin Never Dies on Twitter, but his YouTube channel is his name, Sean Chandler. He's been on this show as a guest on this show before. We collabed years ago, and I've been trying to meet him in person. And we had the whole plan, had it all planned out, but because we got there so late, we missed each other. And so maybe next year, maybe next time. But yeah, so shout out to Sean Chandler. Before we wrap it up, anything else?
Who was the girl at our lunch table with the blue hair and the yellow poncho? What was she supposed to be?
Blue hair reminds me of Arcane. Was it a long
No,
braid
it
blue
was
hair?
like a little a blue bob, and she had on a yellow poncho. And for some reason, I thought she was the little girl in the salt container, but no. I don't know why I thought that.
Like the yellow dress with the salt pouring out.
Anybody can-
That
Anything is a cosplay.
that is a deep pool. I haven't thought about that. That would be an
actually
awesome
remember
Told me that,
cosplay.
and we had to go get the salt container, and like she doesn't have blue hair. I'm like, well then who was she? But she
That is an
didn't
awesome
see.
cosplay. There would be a few people who would get that. You would waste a lot of salt though.
probably.
Is she in a picture or no?
She's on the
we-
salt.
No,
Look at the salt.
no, I meant when
The
she
only
saw
one
her,
I
no
remember at our
She was sitting at the same table as us. She
And we-
just had that
when we all
blue
ate.
bob. Yeah, it was like a blue bob.
Oh,
She
so
was a
the-
little girl.
Only person.
the only one I remember was I'm assuming she was going for like a Chun-Li but Afro vibe because she had an afro, but she was wearing the Chun-Li split that costume.
Yeah.
I love that costume, by the way.
Okay. We'll know what you're wearing next year or tonight or whatever.
But instead of doing
pressure.
like the little
Yeah.
puffs that you would see in the game, she had her afro. So I thought she looked cool, but I didn't talk to her, so I don't.
Black.
But that's the
Chun-Li?
only one I remember seeing.
No, I don't know. I don't.
And her
remember.
and obviously they were a family because
Yeah.
it seemed very much like Dad was really over it. Like
Yeah, he was
if
ready
I
to
have to
fuck
sit
me
here
up.
much longer, I'm going to lose my mind because
Did
we've
you-
been here for hours.
Did you see the chair he had? He had a collapsible
Yes,
chair. I was like, I
uh-huh.
need one of those with these
Yeah.
shoes. I was like, next time I'm bringing a chair like that.
But the at the end when it was like Saturday night, I took Joy out to dinner. We sat next to this. They sat us next to the bar, and there was a husband and wife that were sitting at the bar with the hat from the character from Bob's
Burgers.
the little-
Was it
the little
Louise?
girl with- was
What's
it
her name? Louise.
Louise, I think. Yeah, she has the bunny ears. And I didn't bother him at first, but a little time went by. We got our meal, and I finally found my little opening out. And I asked him, I said, "So I'm assuming you guys were here to see that actress? Her name
Kristen
again?"
Shaw.
Yeah, and I said, "How was she?" And she was like, "Oh." Then they just went, "Oh my God, she was the greatest." And she was, and then she went. It went on and on and on about how cool and how cool she was. And I was like, "Yeah, I've heard that she's very, very nice." And they went on for like it was
And
like a
Chris and I
30-minute
never
conversation.
mentioned what we were.
No, we did. We mentioned. They asked about. We got into the conversation about cosplay, and we only mentioned our first costumes. We only mentioned DJ Lance Rock and Sally O'Malley. And right before Joy was going to say Ruby Rod and the flight attendant, something broke up the conversation, and it never came back around. So later on in the day, when I posted on Facebook in the Fan Expo Dallas group about if you guys took pictures with us, please show us those pictures. Then what? Go ahead, Joel. What happened?
Well, lady, I think it was the lady first,
yeah.
who was like, "Oh my God, I missed this. I would have been, this is like my favorite, and I would have been so excited."
Oh.
And then she posted a follow up. You were the ones that were eating dinner next to us. I had no idea. Like, oh my God.
She was like, we didn't get to meet Ruby Rod and the flight attendant. And then they realized, yes, we did, but you weren't in costume.
Oh,
It was at dinner after the fact. It was,
Wow.
yeah, they got to meet Clark Kent and Lois instead of Superman and Lois. So, but it was a funny little story. But that was it.
There were 3 people, and she's witness to this, that I would go up to. Well, I went up to, and I'm like, "Hey, blah blah blah," and they're like, yeah." They're being like nice to me, but then I left, and I'm like, I don't think they realized who I was, because I forget that I'm like in the costume, and they seen me as like Scarlet or Batgirl or whatever. And then I get home, and they DM me like, "Oh, that was you." I'm like, "Oh my God."
Like, yeah, we went to high school together. What the fuck?
I felt like, oh my God, I was literally just talking to them, and they were like, "I don't know who this girl is, but I guess I'll be nice and wave her off." And then later, like, "Oh, that was you." Yeah, that was me. Happens.
And,
I say, yeah, you.
But I did find his name is
The Wolverine. Cool.
Poor Man's Hugh Jack.
Poor man's Hugh Jackman. That's funny.
Yeah, that's
fun.
Give a shout out.
Cool. Yeah, but and then Tom Welling, I got to talk to him.
Shout out
for a
to
little
Tom
bit.
Welling.
I got to talk to him a little bit. No, that was cool.
So do you have anything in mind for what you're going to dress up as next year?
I'm thinking Ruby Rod.
Yeah,
That's
very popular.
I'm thinking,
We usually stick to that, and
He's gonna need a
sometimes
booth.
there's always one.
And some try to-
Ruby Rod featuring some other black guy. I don't
sometimes
know.
we try to add in, like we tried to add in this one to
What if
see
I
how it would
Do a cosplay.
go
As
over.
Ruby Rod.
No,
But we always do
from
the Ruby Rod.
movie.
Like, if you guys want to be more flight attendants,
Can we play it?
More pilots?
I want to be a pilot.
Because she's like the number one pilot.
I mean-
you can be Lilu. Like, that's how we met Tabitha.
I
She
mean,
was
they
just
have-
No, I can't pull that off. Okay.
Okay.
No. Anybody else?
What other? You want to be the opera singer? I don't know.
Well, now there's more than one Lilu costume.
I know I did see that, but I don't think I can pull any of them.
Yes, ma'am. Please, I wore the suspender one,
Oh.
and you're tiny.
We have a
so-
multi-pass. Too.
I do have. You have a multi-pass.
Yeah, you have a multi-pass.
What does that mean?
From the movie, her little pass.
No, like when you like a boarding pass in the movie. It was like her boarding pass. It had a picture on it.
And they would ask
okay.
you, "Do you have your
I don't know
multi-pass?"
what you were talking about. Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
Well, okay, so
yeah.
y'all going to Cockapalooza.
I've always wanted to hire actors to be Ruby Rod's the entourage.
The guys that are always like,
the
"Oh
three
yes,
black
it's
guys that-
super green. Yes, yeah." Or he would ask them, "What is it?"
Yeah, is it like it's like he'd be smoking a cigarette, asking how the show went, how was it, and it was like, oh, it was so good, it was so good, it was green, it was like green like what, like it was
Yeah.
like a tree, like a moss, like it was.
Do you want us to do that one?
Yeah, well, no, I'm not gonna encourage blackface at all.
No.
We're all black.
Oh, yeah. I think we're all black. Okay.
Yeah.
And I can pull that off pretty well.
The at one part of the movie, one of the guys in the entourage, when Ruby Rod was attacked and he almost died, one of the guys when they realized he was still alive, I heard one of them. They were like, "Oh my God, Ruby!" He said, "Master!" He literally said that. He called Ruby Rod Master. There was a lot of things. Oh, I'm going to use this clip. There were a lot of things in that movie people didn't realize. That moment when Ruby Rod first went up to Bruce Willis and he kept knocking over the flight attendants that were in the way, like as he was trying to talk to Bruce Willis. There was a moment where he hit one of the flight attendants with his cane by accident, and she flew into another room. When the camera cut, you could see a member of Ruby Rod's entourage check in the window in the room where she went, and then, like, I guess she's all right, and he just walks away. Like, fuck that bitch. Like, kind of a thing. It was, anyway, that's just a little behind-the-scenes thing. All right. Guys, thank you guys for helping me with this episode of Fan Expo Dallas on talking through the media. So we got to talk about the celebrities. We got to talk about the costumes. We got to plan out, the inappropriate costumes that we'll do next year, so we'll do that. Go around the table again. I guess I'll start to my left. Thank you for coming back to the show and sharing your experiences.
Happy to be back.
Just tell them your name and where they can find you online.
My name is Isa, and you can find me on Instagram at IsaMSTX.
And starting from the chair to the on the left, where people want to name and where people can find you online.
My name is Joy, and on TikTok it's Viola Fagan, and on Instagram it's Scrub Hats and More by Joy.
And Miss Michelle, first time on the studio. Woo!
I am Michelle Osage, and you can find me on Issa's Instagram.
No,
You're like judging her.
no, she's all over it for sure.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, guys. We'll see you next year, I guess, at Fan Expo Dallas. Damn it. The second I say it correctly,
Okay.
I second guess myself.
Edit. Okay.
There we go. At Fan Expo Dallas. So look out for Ruby Ride and featuring, whatever characters, they all choose to be. Nobody cares. It's all about me. I'm the whole damn show. Guys, thank you guys for making it another fun time. And until next time, guys, have a good one.